Courtesy resignation ng gabinete. Pinagdudahan, lumalabas na ito ay isa lamang political maneuver at hindi talaga naglalayong matugunan ang mga issue na kinakaharap ng bansa. President Marcos's move to consolidate his faction in the wake of the administration's electoral debacle should not be used as a smokescreen to cover up bad governance and the worsening economic situation of the country. Sabi ni Zarate. This cabinet reshuffle, if it proceeds as a mere political ploy, will only serve to appease anti-Marcos forces, particularly the Duterte dynasty, to whom President Marcos appears to be making a reconciliation overture. Dagdag pa nito. Iginiit ni Zarate na kailangan ng konkretong solusyon sa tumataas na presyo ng bilihin, kawalan ng mapapasukang trabaho at mga issue sa serbisyong nakukuha ng publiko. The call for resignations must not be a superficial exercise aimed at pacifying political rivals or diverting attention from the administration's shortcomings. Dagdag pa ng Solon. Nagbabala si Zarate na ang reorganisasyon ng gabinete ay nagpapakita ng kahinaan ng Administrasyong Marcos na maaaring gamitin ng mga kalaban nito. Such a move clearly demonstrates internal instability and a perceived weakness that the Duterte faction will undoubtedly exploit to its advantage. It signals a defensive posture rather than a confident and proactive approach to governance in the remaining term of the Marcos administration. Sabi ng dating Solon, magsisilbi umano itong hudyat ng walang humpay na pamumulitika at banggaan ng mga malalaking paksyon sa politika. The country is facing severe economic headwinds, and what we need are competent leaders with clear strategies, not a revolving door of cabinet members dictated by political expediency. Sabi ng dating Solon, any government reshuffle must genuinely aim to improve the lives of ordinary Filipinos, not to broker political peace for convenience or consolidate power. Dagdag pa ni Zarate.
Narito po ang isang mahalagang anunsyo mula sa ating Pangulo. It's time to realign government with the people's expectations. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has called for the courtesy resignation of all cabinet secretaries in a decisive move to recalibrate his administration following the results of the recent elections. This is not business as usual, the President said. The people have spoken and they have expect results, not politics, not excuses. We hear them and we will act. The request for courtesy resignations is aimed at giving the President the elbow room to evaluate the performance of each department and determine who will continue to serve in line with his administration's recalibrated priorities. This is not about personalities, it's about performance, alignment, and urgency. Those who have delivered and continue to deliver will be recognized. But we cannot afford to be complacent. The time for comfort zones is over. This step marks a clear transition from the early phase of governance to a more focused and performance-driven approach. The President emphasized that while many have served with dedication and professionalism, the evolving needs of the country require a renewed alignment, faster execution, and a results-first mindset. Government services will remain uninterrupted during this transition, and the President reiterated that stability, continuity, and meritocracy will guide the formation of his leadership team moving forward. With this bold reset, the Marcos administration signals a new phase, sharper, faster, and fully focused on the people's most pressing needs. So, hindi na po siguro natin ikakagulat ang pagtawag po ng courtesy resignation ng Pangulo sa kanyang mga cabinet secretaries. heads of agencies with cabinet rank, other heads of agencies, and presidential advisors and assistants.
Like how this courtesy call will affect the ongoing projects and programs of the administration po.
Maliwanag din po ang sinabi ng Pangulo, hindi po maaapektuhan kung ano po ang pending at existing projects habang ito ay may transition. At tuloy-tuloy lamang po ang pagtatrabaho ng mga cabinet secretaries at ng mga tao sa gobyerno. At mas maganda po itong mapakita rin ng ating mga heads of agencies, cabinet secretaries, na sila ay naaayon sa goal ng Pangulo. Ipakita nila na sila ay dapat na matantili bilang parte ng administrasyon ng ating Pangulo. Sabi nga natin, walang puwang ang tamad at korap sa administrasyon ni Pangulong Marcos Jr.
Speaking of the impeachment, ma'am, nag-declare si Vice President Sara Duterte, ang gusto daw niya, bloodbath. Anong naging dating sa inyo dito as one of the senator judges?
Well, bilang senator judge, wala naman sa bokabularyo ko para sa impeachment yung ganyang salita. But as I said, and I am committed just to have that neutrality demanded of judges, and in particular in the case of impeachment of senator judges, I think very like in aspiring to be like in a courtroom, very cold and clinical yung pagpresenta ng mga ebidensya. Didinigin naming senator judges yung mga prosecutors, whether from the House or private prosecutors, as the case may be. So, yun, magkaibang konteksto siguro yung pinag-uusapan sa ganyang salita. And for me, the only vocabulary that matters sa impeachment ay yung sinabi na rin dati ni SP at sinasabi ko pa ulit-ulit, yung neutrality and yung pagiging senator judge and voting on the basis of the evidence.
Inappropriate ba yun, ma'am? Yung ganung term, bloodbath?
I'll just say na wala, iba yung bokabularyo ko, and yung bokabularyo ko yung gagamitin ko para sa impeachment.
Okay, RG, Mayan, and then Danielle.
Ma'am, what is your message to those who would take for granted that you are a sure convict vote given your past history with the Vice President, given your position against the Dutertes, given the fact that many of your allies are pro-impeachment, and given the the possibility of having you or someone from your side of the political divide face off with her in the 2028 presidential election?
So, ang message ko lang ay yung katulad nung sinasagot ko paulit-ulit, basta impeachment. Neutrality of a senator judge, judging on the basis of the evidence. Ganun lang. Na-distill na to its essence. And that's it.
Ma'am, actually yung sa bloodbath din yung tanong ko. So, kayo po muna, how are you preparing or prepared na po ba kayo to be a senator judge for the upcoming impeachment?
I am preparing with my legis team. We will be consulting with some additional colleagues of theirs from the legal profession. Paano talaga mag-engage ng matalas at epektibo sa impeachment process.
Yung sinasabi ni VP Sara na gusto niya or expecting siya ng bloodbath, are you also expecting na matindi yung bakbakan pagdating ng impeachment trial? Especially because no less than Attorney De Lima po ay isa sa mga prosecutors at isang lawyer.
Well, I'm expecting matindi ang bakbakan sa ipepresent na mga ebidensya. And I'm actually very excited sa process. Unang pagkakataon itong magiging senator judge ako. I've observed trials in courts before. I've been a witness in an impeachment trial before, but first time kong magiging senator judge. So ganyang ka-importante at kabigat para sa akin ito at ganyang kaseryoso kong pinaghahandaan at paghahandaan.
Inumpirma ni Senador Ronald Bato de la Rosa na kabilang na sa Duterte Block sa Senado si Senadora Amy Marcos. Sa panayam, sinabi ni de la Rosa na nagpahayag ang senadora na gusto niyang sumapi sa Duterte Block. Bukod kay Marcos, tatlong nakapasok sa Magic 12 senatorial race na kinabibilangan ni na-re-election ni Senators Christopher Bongo, De La Rosa at Congressman Rodante Marcoleta. Samantala, hindi naman tiyak ang senador kung pati si Senator-elect Camille Villar na inendorso mismo ni Pangulong Marcos at Vice President Sara Duterte ay sasapi sa Duterte Block. Ayon kay De La Rosa, hindi pa sila nakakapag-usap ni Villar at mahirap anyang pangunahan na parte na si Villar sa kanilang grupo. Nang matanong naman ng senador kung makapangyarihan ng kanilang block, gayong marami-rami rin ang nakapasok sa Magic 12. Anya, ito'y makatuwirang dapat isaalang-alang at hindi dapat baliwalain. Gayunpaman, sinabi ni De La Rosa, wala pang pag-uusap at desisyon ng Duterte Block patungkol sa susuportang Senate President.
I defer my decision to the group. Ano mapag-usapan namin din yun ang susundin ko. Pag-usap-usap pa kami. Kaming si Senator Bongo, Senator Robin Padilla, Senator Marcolita, ako at saka si Senator Amy, mag-usap-usap pa kami. Yes, nag-manifest man siya na gusto siyang sumama sa amin.